The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this. And with
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Lillard, buries it down low. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Lillard against Beverly, and Damian Lillard again. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Covington with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And the shot goes down. Lillard's got 6 points.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Pass to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Now here's Powell. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Another shot, and Nurkic lays it in.
They've come out with guns a-blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D reeling.
Outside, George. Leonard on the wing. Morris outside. The pass to George. Good D by McCollum.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Here's George. Portland making their last shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's McCollum. Basket counts.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Clippers trail by 3. Now Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. Here's George. Batum trying to break loose.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Jackson passes to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Ooh, a deadly, decisive shooter. Once Kennard gets a good look he likes, he ain't going to hesitate.
Simons surveying the D. Lobs it up for Cantor.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Cousins trying to free himself up. Jackson, that's good.
He's not the biggest guy on the court, but Jackson doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He'll take a knock as long as he can get his points out of it.
Now here's McCollum. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson down low. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Simons. On the wing, Jones. To the inside. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, got the defense spinning in circles. Hard to cover all that ground.
They've got Batum. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Mann in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. Cousins with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Kennard. That shot off the mark. Excellent D that time from Jones. Lobs it up for Cantor. No good. Shot missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later. Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
And here's Anthony from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again. For Portland, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. It's good on the putback. And that'll tie this game up.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Here's Batum. And he lays it straight in.
Oh, and Batum just has astounding body control, which is what allows him to hit shots despite obvious physical contact.
Kennard against Lillard. And it's Anthony, top of the key. Back to Lillard. Over Kennard. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years. A career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot block.
And stolen by Lillard. Pulls up on the wing. Good work there as it goes. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Passes to Oturu. He kicks to Cousins. And the Clippers miss again. And the Trailblazers shooting at 50% in a decent group. The shot by Powell, no good. The Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
When Cousins sprints down the court like that, it energizes his team. When he gets the ball in a good spot in transition, it's nearly impossible to stop him.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Here's Cantor. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Batum. That shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Now, here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Out to Anthony for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Cullen passes to Covington. Comes up empty down low. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Lets it go with a 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Lillard. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Now Leonard. 5 points in the game, and the shot is good.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Lillard from outside. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a 1-possession lead in the period. And that does it for our half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Powell, no one around him. His 3-pointers off the mark. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. George finds Leonard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. 3-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And that one, good. George has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Lillard misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Lillard scanning the floor. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
And George able to finish. George has got 13 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Lillard against Leonard. Shot to stop the run. Second shot opportunity. Here's Covington, and he gets the bucket. Covington's got his first basket.
It's easy to admire Covington. Even when the defense gets rough with him, he stays with it.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Nobody near Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually counter.
The shot by Powell, no good. Here now, the Clippers. They're on a 13-5 run. Zubac finds George. Count that one.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Nobody near Lillard. Off target from outside.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
A nice shot by George.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Covington kicks to Lillard. It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Rebound by Nurkic.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over it.
54 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Oturu. Back to Kennard. And McCollum with the block. And now Portland on the break. Here's Nurkic. Count the bucket. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Misses in close. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Clippers leading by 8. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, we've got DeMarcus Cousins, Reggie Jackson out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3 spot. Shoots from 12. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The shot by Anthony, no good. And here are the Clippers now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. with some arc. Count it. Anthony's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Rondo kicks to Jackson. Left side, Batum. And there it is for him.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. A nice shot by Simons.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Rondo scanning the floor. And the pass to Cousins. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Oh, you really like to see Cousins mixing it up on the drive. Not many defenders want to get in the way of an almost 7-footer storming to the basket.
Anthony right side. Jones for 3. Offensive rebound.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Jackson down low, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Tipped away and stolen by Lillard. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
And here's Kennard. Jackson with it. Can't recover. Here's Zubac. And good off the lead pass that time. And the Clippers lead by 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
A three-pointer, Lillard connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
But Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Kennard, the pass to Oturu. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Trailblazers trail by 5. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones. And the basket by Lillard.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moment.
Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Leonard attacking. He feeds it to Morris. Shoots over Covington. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard the pass to Morris. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Deep 2 from Beverly. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. It's a 3-point game. It's McCollum on the wing. Passes it to Pop. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. From the high post. Lillard misses. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
It falls.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, George. Stolen by McCollum.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it. And nothing.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got the first points on the scoreboard for Milwaukee. George against DiVincenzo. Pass to Leonard. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. 3 on the clock. Up the floor, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
Passes it to Giannis. Count that one. Giannis has got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Leonard. To the inside. Zubac outside for George. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Giannis against Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Back to Giannis. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Giannis. Here's George. Can't hit from in close.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 4. George with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Beverly wide open. Los Angeles with another miss. And here we go, the Bucks running again. Here's DiVincenzo. Excellent D there from George. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Jackson. The pass to Kennard. Inside, stolen by Middleton. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Clippers with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's George. No good on the shot. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Milwaukee keeping it alive. The new 14. Clippers trail by 6. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by George. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws. Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Middleton. And he uses the glass on the layup. Middleton's got his second basket of the night.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he...
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee.
You know, I think the underdog story, started.
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the 5. Forbes the pass to Portis. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the high post. And Portis throws it down.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Cousins. Rebounded by the Bucks. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Connaughton. Back to Tucker. Pass to Connaughton. Portis in the post. Kennard covering. And it's Connaughton missing.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Outside for Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Batum's got his first basket of the night.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Middleton outside. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the foul against the Clippers.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Chris Middleton. Here's Zubac. Doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. And here's the fast break. And here they go. It's stolen by Morris. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's Leonard missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And the Bucks miss again. Clippers trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Zubac finds Beverly. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
Drew Holiday's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Beverly. Here's Zubac. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Holiday looking for an opening. Lopez inside. Cousins is there. And foul on. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on. And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Cousins, the pass to Jackson. And that one goes long. Here's the break. And it's sent back by George. And Batum kicks to George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
And George drops them both. It's Giannis with the drive. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 16. And that does it for our...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Free throw good, Giannis.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Holiday goes in. Lopez, no luck.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
And that's an intentional foul. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. Here's Leonard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Terrific pass. That's the unselfishness you want to see. Beverly's all about the team.
Middleton with it. Guarded now by Morris. The Bucks working the ball around. Giannis against Zubac. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Clippers trail by 8. Pass to Beverly. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Zubac the pass to Kennard. No good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Shooting foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Middleton. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Tucker. That's tipped. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Finished off the break. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Passes it to Middleton. And he converts the layup. 8 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And there's the pass to Cousins. Now Kennard. From past the arc. No good from Cousins.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
That one goes. Count it. And it's a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Right side Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Bucks leading by 8. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris passes to Cousins, and the shot goes in. Cousins has got his first points of the game.
Hey, you're not going to out-muscle Cousins. He converts through contact as well as anyone.
A shot by Middleton, wide open, and a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 6. There's the lob to Jackson. Here's Connaughton. Kennard covering. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Morris into the lane. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got his first bucket of the night. Here is Forbes. Dishes to Middleton. From the wing. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points. High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Pass to Leonard. Here's Kennard. Pass to Jackson. Now the feed to Leonard. Back to Jackson. 3 seconds left, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Leonard. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. But well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Bucks shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and there's Jackson, and it's Mann in at the small forward. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here's Mann. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as much as 10.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Jackson drives in. Zubac's in the post. Lopez covering. Lock at 6. Lopez against George. The layup off target. A clear look here for Middleton. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Here's George. Here's Batum. And the layup's good off the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Milwaukee in the lead. Holiday floats it up for Giannis.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Left side Jackson to the paint. Zubats. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his fourth assist in this one. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pass to Middleton. Batum grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
It's not rocket science. At some point, the defense has to show more urgency getting back in transition.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And for Milwaukee, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard with the ball. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Cousins. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Cousins has gone 1 of 4 from the field. DiVincenzo with it. George picks him up. Count that bucket. Giannis has got 14 points here in the second half.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Leonard dishes to Beverly. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. And Leonard gets it to go.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. And to Antetokounmpo inside. Leonard's there. And that one's good by Giannis.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
George passes to Leonard. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Beverly against Holiday. And George, here we go. And he banks that one home. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Holiday against Beverly. Here's Lopez. Nice D from Cousins. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Zubats is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Zubats no good. And here's Middleton. Good.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
George against DiVincenzo. Morris outside. They grab their own miss. Zubats kicks to George. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Morris finds Beverly. George, that's a two-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And now we've got the intentional foul. It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
So a close game, Steve. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Giannis, and he gets it to go. Giannis has got his team on the board to start the game for the Bucks.
And take a look at Giannis in his first year as opposed to now. That strength coming into play now.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Stolen by Holiday. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And now the fast break, Middleton with the ball. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Covington with the steal. 3-on-3. Powell kicks to McCollum. Off target with his 3. And the Bucks with possession. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. So he gets them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Holiday, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
That's an attack mindset from Lillard. We know he loves the three, but fully confident getting inside and has the ability to score there.
Here's Holiday following the score by Damian Lillard.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
From outside the arc, the shot by Powell, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Nurkic with the steal. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. And that one is good. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
Nurkic using those active hands and just kick-starting the offense in the fast break.
Holiday goes in. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's guarded by McCollum, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for C.J. McCollum. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And so here's Portland after the basket by Milwaukee. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Offline with his three. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. For three, Middleton hits it from three-point range.
He's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Lillard scanning the floor. To the inside. Covington kicks to Lillard. With one on the clock, the shot that time not on target. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks ahead. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a puck.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Cloak loose. Out to the right wing. Here's Tucker. Portis trying to free himself. It doesn't go for him. And it's Portland the other way. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Jones.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Forbes the pass to Connaughton. Back to Forbes. All alone. And Cantor pulls it down.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And it goes down 2 points. Lillard's got 8 points.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Connaughton kicks to Middleton. Dishes it to Forbes. Middleton against Anthony. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And the layup falls. Anthony's got his first points of the night.
And this is the tempo you love to watch. I mean, get out fast before the defense can get set.
Passes it to Middleton. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Middleton doing a good job of being creative and finishing a difficult look.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Milwaukee also making some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Tucker. And McCollum with the block. Anthony finds Jones. Back to McCollum. Pass to Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Cantor's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
McCollum, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. With the putback, and Holiday is right there. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, Drew very much willing to go in there, scrap out a rebound, and hit the boards.
Here's Simons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
44 seconds left to play in the first half. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. That one falls. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
McCollum up top, defended by DiVincenzo. Anthony trying to get open. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from McCollum.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Giannis passes to Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bucks lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie, a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead in the period. 3 points was as big as it got. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Now the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
And Covington stays with it. Covington's got his first bucket in this one.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Lillard outside. But they'll get another chance. Nurkic. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Connaughton kicks to Portis. He dishes it to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Clock at 4. Here's Portis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Portis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Outside Holiday, out to the right wing, and stolen by Lillard. The feed to McCollum. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
Now McCollum will blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And that one drops. Holiday's got 6 points.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Tries from 10. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Covington.
Putting those productive habits to work. Covington always eager to contribute on offense.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lillard the pass to Powell. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Connaughton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Covington finds McCollum. Lopez with the block. Here's Connaughton down low. Holiday the pass to Portis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
That free throw missing. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Drew Holiday. They get it back. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Banked in off the glass. Middleton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
Well, Chris Middleton recognizing the transition opportunity and taking off down the court to get ahead of everybody.
Jones the pass to Kanter. Fades. Milwaukee with the rebound.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
It's his first trip to the line.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
And the second free throw, good. 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Simons. Can't connect. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot.
Look how hard Middleton takes this one right into the paint, getting way too physical for the D to deal with.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Simons surveying the D. Pass to Powell. He's looking for DiVincenzo and finds him. Here's Giannis. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Bucks lead by 16. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Up top, Kanter. Antetokounmpo defending. Kanter kicks to Jones. Misses the 3. Milwaukee leading by 16. Kicks it down to Middleton. Pass to DiVincenzo. That three off the mark. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Knocks it loose. Powell with the steal. And now Portland on the break to stop the run. And the dunk by Powell.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. The Bucks also with the sub. Holiday's checked in. Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one. We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Launches it. But they recover it. Lillard against DiVincenzo. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Lillard outside. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Excellent job by Nurkic to go right into the defense and get hit. Then he buries the shot.
Milwaukee leading by 15. Holiday looking over the floor. And here's Middleton from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Covington. And again, Portland running the court in transition. Powell, no one around him. They get it back. Second chance shot. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Well, there are scorers, and then there are confident scorers. Lillard's so dangerous with the jumper, the floater, getting to the rack, you name it. One of the bright stars in the NBA.
1:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it down to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Milwaukee.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Lillard. Good. Nice job down low.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Middleton finds Holiday. Back to Middleton. Holiday with it. Middleton the pass to Holiday. The tray. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brett Barry.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Trailblazers focused as they walk into the locker room. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. And George kicks to Jackson. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's George. Following the score by Damian Lillard. Zubac kicks to George. Shot clock at 3. Yep, that one goes in there.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Now, here's Lillard. Launches a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got 7 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Over Powell, and he drops it in from the low post.
An elite scorer in today's game. Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
Lillard outside. No good on the 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Outside for George. Inside, here's Morris, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the basket by McCollum.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
George against McCollum. Back to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. The 9-footer's on the mark.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard surveying the D. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 3. Here's George. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And 6'9" height with elite athleticism helped George on the boards. A good feel for the game. Doesn't hurt either.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Simons. It's McCollum on the wing. Pass to Carmelo. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Kanter trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Up and in on the layup.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Rondo dishes to George. Back to Rondo. The pass to George. And here's Kennard. Here's Batum. Cousins trying to free himself up. Batum, good.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
Cullen passes to Anthony. And good that time.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, George. Puts it up from 15. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Here's Rondo. Portland making their last shot. He kicks it to Cousins. Kennard for three. The rebound by Simons. From deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers out in front. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point.
The big body of Cousins. A menace on the offensive glass who fights to keep plays alive.
There's the triple. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Shoots from 12. George, no good. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense has created some great opportunities.
And it's good for 2.
Oh, that's what they want to see out of Beverly. Decisive basketball. Nice, aggressive drive to the cup.
Trailblazers leading by 8. McCollum deciding where to go with it. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And Jones has it in the corner. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And that one's good. Beverly.
Even when contact comes Beverly's way, I mean, he's a pro at finishing, absorbing it so well on these shots.
Here's Simons. He's got 8. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simons has got 10.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, George. Here's Cousins. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
Oh, not a lot you can do. Cousins is this dominant. He's imposing his will inside.
Here's Kanter. Count it. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
I mean, you can see the D just a little slow getting to the bucket. I mean, he'll make you pay for that.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Beverly, and it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Patterson. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep him there is to build a championship caliber team around him. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Up top, Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Ring shot on the way. The offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Jackson. Nurkic with the steal. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. Nobody near Lillard. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 8. Leonard with no one around. And it's off from three-point range. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Anthony. Lillard's got 9.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
Right side, Leonard. Here's Patterson. And so we wrap up the first half. Trailblazers lead. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Shaq, how does Damian Lillard carve up defenses night in, night out?
Lillard can turn back.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Trailblazers leading by 10. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Love seeing Lillard working in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Jackson passes to George. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. Yep, it counts.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Jackson against Lillard. Covington lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Covington's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. In the corner, George with it. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he finishes with authority.
Lillard against Jackson. And Lillard kicks to Powell. A three-pointer, no good. Clippers trail by 8. And here's Leonard from 3. Sinks the triple. Leonard's got 9.
They've been very sharp to start the half. A perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard left side. A 3-ball. Portland again missing. The Clippers have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. George looking around. 6 to shoot. Pass to Zubac. From down in the low post, it goes. Now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Lillard with it. George picks him up. Lillard against George. Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He's more of a set shooter, but you can tell Jackson's been working on that pull-up.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard the pass to Covington. That one goes in. Covington's got 4 points in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. 1:51 left in the third.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Lillard the pass to Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Jackson. Passes it to George. Puts up a 3. He doesn't hit that one. Portland leading by 3. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And it's sent back by George. And he's able to get it back. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding how to send shots.
Jackson misses. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Here's Lillard. Lillard again missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The 3 from George. Zubac finds Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson passes to George. Lets it go from deep. Portland grabs the miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this. He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
Lillard outside. Just 3 on the clock. And the rejection by Zubac. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's the Trail. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Norman Powell, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, there's no limit to Kennard's range. His ability to space the floor is valuable in today's game.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The first one falls. Little, he's checked in for Powell. And he makes both free throws. The Clippers trail. Now Beverly. Pass to Kennard to take the lead. And Kanter pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Cousins finds Beverly. And the pass to Kennard. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. 3-pointer. That shot is off. And for Portland, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. A nice shot by Simons.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Kennard for three. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Here's Simons. Back to Anthony. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. And now a 6-point Portland lead. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Pass to Kennard. Back to Beverly. Down low. Here's Batum. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Floats it up for Cousins.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Portland leading by 4. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Cantor, and it's blocked.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. George against McCollum. Here's Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
A stellar pump fake from Jackson, completely fooling the D and getting them to bite on it.
A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony, and Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. Lillard, right side. Covington down low. He's against Morris. The 10-footer. It's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
McCollum against George. Step back shot. Outside for Jackson. He dishes it to George. Back to Jackson. The 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the basket is good. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. The Clippers shooting well. 50% from the floor. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Yes, that goes in.
And just a fantastic job by Jackson, remaining aggressive on offense. His team turns to him in these moments, and he knows how to provide.
Lillard, right side. And the rejection by Zubac. Back to Leonard. There's the 3. No good that time. And it's Portland the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. Here's Cantor. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot and keep them in it.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Passes to George. Lets it go with the 3. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
And so they foul intentionally. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. And it's Luke Kennard in for Marcus Morris.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
That's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
Kennard for 3. Off target from downtown. To tie it up. Buries the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Whoa, huge play by the former Duke. And Kennard does not shy away from the moment.
2 points. That one goes.
And clutch is Lillard's middle man. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris, then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position.
We saw that masterful use of the pump fake. Paul George effective getting guys to jump on it.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Here's Beverly, and it's Leonard top of the key. Pass to Zubac, just 5 on the clock. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Zubac trying to break loose, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And Antetokounmpo inside. Leonard's there, and Giannis gets it to go.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. To the middle. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Beverly missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Giannis. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And George gets it to go.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Shoots it up. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Giannis against Leonard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
But Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Beverly. Dishes to Leonard. Taken away by Holiday. Now the Bucks moving it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And the best part of that sequence wasn't Holiday's steal, but his quick decision to push the ball and start the break. That's when the D's most vulnerable, and he took advantage.
George against DiVincenzo. Zubac, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Now here's Leonard following the miss by Brook Lopez. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Middleton inside the three-point line. Had the space there, but it's offline. And it's Beverly missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for Milwaukee, P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here's Kennard. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Holiday against Cousins. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Well, Brook Lopez, such a versatile scorer. He's got great low post moves. He can also step away and face up and make jump shots. Very difficult bind for the defenders.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Here is Forbes. They need this. That one, no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by... And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to... All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Jackson. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Great D that time from Portis. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Kennard. Nice move. And he lays it up and in. Kennard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The pass to Tucker. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. To the inside. And the basket by Oturu. Oturu's got his first basket of the night.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And Connaughton has it in the corner. There's the lob to Portis. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Batum's running, and that one's good. Cousins.
Well, you don't see him work the catch-and-shoot game often, but DeMarcus Cousins proving capable right there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And the basket by Oturu.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Middleton outside. Shoots over Batum. Middleton can't get it to go.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Batum wide open. He fires. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 11.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Cousins. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 11. Middleton inside the three-point line. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And when it comes off the hands of a shooter like Middleton, there's just something so pretty and fluid about the pull-up.
Now here's Cousins. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Cousins. Pass to Kennard. 4 on the clock. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Tucker. And the rejection by Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins proving you don't have to be a high flyer to block shots. That's about positioning and timing.
It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Well, just good fundamental basketball. You go hunt a body, make sure you box out. Good job.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. And so it's Los Angeles. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead. And
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
The 3 from George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Bucks trail by 16. Holiday dishes to Middleton. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. And there's the pass to Leonard. Outside, George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris into the lane. Leonard, no luck.
And the timing just not there on that attempted Alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Can't connect from short range. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Loads it up for Giannis.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Beverly finds George. Back to Beverly. He can't hit that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. Bucks another fast break opportunity here. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Here's Zubac following the bucket by the Bucks. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Leonard trying to break free. No good from Zubac. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to lead. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Morris, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. From deep three-point range. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 8 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Back to Zubac. Passes it to Leonard. Morris, left side. Pass to Zubac. Here's Beverly, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got Antetokounmpo. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tuck. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. Outside, Batum. Outside for Jackson. Back to Batum. Inside, Lopez with the steal. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got 14 points now in the second half.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back. I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Again, Giannis missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Cousins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backcourt. They are really controlling the inside.
Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. To the paint, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, very hard to deal with Kawhi Leonard in the pick and roll. His mobility allows him to be an effective roller.
Jackson against Holiday. Lays it up off the glass.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Clippers leading by 6. Outside Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Portis. The shot will not fall. The Clippers go the other way with it. Jackson passes to Cousins. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Kennard for 3. 6 on the shot clock. And Cousins gets it to go.
What a luxury to have someone like DeMarcus Cousins roaming the interior and drawing defensive attention.
Outside Holiday. Down low, Portis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. The Bucks also changing it up. Giannis, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And Beverley kicks to George. Back to Beverley. Inside. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
DiVincenzo against George. Takes a shot at the elbow. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeMarcus Cousins.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Back to George. From downtown, the rebound by the Bucks.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Right side Holiday. No good.
No, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Downtown Milwaukee is short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for. He's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And it's good, 2 points.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
Now, here's Lillard. Stolen by Holiday. DiVincenzo against McCollum. DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Trailblazers on offense. Here's Lillard. A putback. Lopez grabs the board. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Holiday against Lillard. The 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
Here's Holiday. Rebounded by Covington. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And Giannis throws it down.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
McCollum finds Lillard. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the dunk by Giannis.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
Lillard looking around. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
And some changes here for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Jones the pass to Cantor. And nothing is falling for him right now. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And that one's good by Giannis.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Cantor. Anthony left side. Jones, no one around him. Portland again missing. Bucks leading by 6. Giannis with it. Now Anthony defending. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. For Portland, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. McCollum. Good. Nice job down low.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finished. It's just how shifty he is.
On the wing, Giannis. He's covered by Cantor. Giannis kicks to Connaughton. Back to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Anthony. And now Portland on the break. Here's Simons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. No good on the second free throw. Milwaukee in the lead. Pass to Forbes. Over Jones. And Jones sends it back. And he recovers it. Here's Giannis. And the layup's good off the glass. Giannis has got 13 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Bucks lead by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
I think it comes from the inner.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Jones dishes to Anthony. Kicks it out to Jones. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bucks shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Left side, Portis. Shoots over Kanter. Taken away by Anthony. And now Portland on the break. And it's Jones finishing it off.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Here's Simons. Here's Kanter. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Here's Powell. Great D that time for Middleton.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Bucks trail by 3.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Anthony finds Lillard. To the inside, Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Covington's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 8.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And it's denied.
That's good footwork from the big man as Kanter aware defensively to get to that one.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Anthony. The Trailblazers shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. 1:25 left now here in the second. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. The shot off that time. Excellent D from Kanter. Here's McCollum. It's good. He has 6.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here are the Blazers. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Kept alive. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Kanter. It's good on the putback.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
Here's Kanter. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Kanter's got 10 points in the quarter.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
The Bucks shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Lillard with it. That will count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Well, some credit to Holiday there on.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the. That's all for now.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
And Holiday throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Lillard against Holiday. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got 10. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Lillard, the pass to Covington. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Giannis. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Covington dishes to Lillard. Back to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's sent back by Lopez.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Lillard, right side. And Lillard throws it down.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Bucks trail by 8. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Covington's shot is off. The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Giannis, no good. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Middleton on the wing. Powell with the steal. Back to McCollum. Count it. Good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Lillard against Holiday. 1:11 left in the 3rd. And they pick up 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Giannis outside. Trying to get open is Lopez. Antetokounmpo, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Shoots over Nurkic. Lopez, no luck. The Blazers on offense. Big stretch here going 10-2. And that one drops for him. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
To the paint.
Well, maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his 1st foul of the game. 19 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. The 9-footer's on the mark. McCollum's got 12.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers out in front, ending the 3rd quarter on a 14-6 run. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Little. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. Floats one. Great D that time from Portis.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Forbes. No good from outside. Trailblazers leading by 11. Anthony can't hit.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Little can't hit. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And a wide open look for Portis. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Little passes to Simons. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony with the bucket. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Covington dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. There's the feed to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here is Holiday. D right on him. Here's Connaughton. It's tipped.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The pass to Little. Lillard left side. Pass to Little. 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Releases. And too long on the shot. Bucks trail by 16. To the middle. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Lillard outside. And the shot goes down. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Holiday against Lillard. Holiday gets the bucket.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. Now Covington, guarded by Tucker. Here's Connaughton, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting for Milwaukee.
First free throw is good. A different look for Milwaukee. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Portis, and Antetokounmpo subbed in for P.J. Tucker. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. Holiday against Lillard. He feeds it to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lillard. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Trailblazers.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
The shot by Middleton, wide open, and the Bucks miss again. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Middleton for three. And the turnover again by Milwaukee.
Checking in for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo. Number 15.
Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they